right, welcome to today's episode. Look, I've just been down in the garden, putting in about 2 hours of fairly difficult work. So it's the middle of winter here, and it's pretty nice. But I want to get on top of the situation because once spring comes, this place goes bananas. So it's August right now. If you're on the podcast, you can't see, but it is a pretty nice day. Let me see if I can flip the camera. How do you flip the camera? There it is there. Okay, cool. All right, so this is my house. And as you can see, middle of winter. But right down in that far corner is a area that you can see has been cut away. Now that's about 2 hours of work just to cut away that one area there. And the reason that is so much work is because nothing's been done for about 18 months. Now, 18 months in the Byron Shire means that the grass is like 2 meters tall. But to get in there and pull out that grass, I want the grass gone because the purpose of that particular area is to grow passion fruit, not grow grass. I want to grow passion fruit on the fence so that as I walk along, we've got passion fruit everywhere. Well, we've got a visitor. Who's this? What's your name? You got a name? Nobody. Your name is Nobody. Hey, we've got Nobody visiting. What have you got to say today, buddy? Nobody. Well, that's Nobody. She's come to visit. And what I want you to take from this situation, let's go back to the thing down here and zoom in a bit. So what you can see, 2 hours of work there just to recover that area. And that happened because I didn't look after it. And this is very similar to business. Because typically you're going to end up in this situation when you begin your business. Unless you consciously put a lot of effort into thinking about the problems that come later on when your business is successful, or you've read E-Myth and you've actually been able to implement them. The challenge is that it's very hard to know what these problems that Michael Gerber speaks of until you go through them yourself. And you're like, oh my goodness, wow, this is what he was talking about. And then, by then, your business already has a bunch of dysfunctional systems, just like the grass growing through my passion fruits. And so the amount of effort to go in and actually fix that, at the beginning, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot of work. 2 hours, hard yakka. It's kind of like not that nice at work. But now I've freed up my passion fruit. I can go in with the brush cutter and hammer away that base, get rid of all the grass. And then I now have a system that will work if I work it. So remember, it still needs work. I got to go and make sure that this never happens again. That when the grass has been cut away, that one of the tasks, sometimes weekly, might be to go along and hammer the grass around the fences. If I don't, then I will be back with this same problem once again. 18 months time, I got to deal with this whole amount of work. And I'm like, man, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work now, but going forward, it's way less work. And that is, excuse me. Oh, God, I got like hay particles, I think. I don't know, there's like where the grass grew so much, underneath there's a whole bunch of dead grass that I've inhaled some stuff. Should have been wearing a mask down there. But anyway, going forward, the idea is to continue to brush cut the entire fence line so this doesn't happen. The main reason that I couldn't go so aggressively with the brush cutter is I didn't know where the roots were. And it certainly would not be the first time that someone's come along with a brush cutter and taken out a passion fruit vine. So I had to do it by hand. But the principle that I want to take from this is that initially it's a lot of work to build a system, but going forward from there, it's way easier. So you can either, let's say that it's 10 units of work to build the system. And then so you put in 10, and then after that, it's 1 unit of work, 1 unit of work, 1 unit of work. Or you can continue to put in 6 units of work forever. 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 instead of 1. So every time you go and invest in a system, and yes, it takes more work. Yes, it takes 10 units of work to build it, but then you get a 1 unit of work to run it. You are making a massive difference in your world. It also seriously prevents major fires from happening, and you can start to focus on things that haven't even happened yet. This plays a big part in your protection game, your legal game, your accounting game, staying ahead of taxes, your tax game. All of these are somewhat dependent on how well you run the systems in the rest of your business. All right, that's all I got for you today. I'm going to go and jump back in and tidy up with the brush cutter and then finish up for today in the garden. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you got a lot of value from today's session. I certainly enjoyed making it for you, and we are continuing on this journey tomorrow into how systems create results. See you then.